everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I wanted to quickly show you a journal that's in the shop right now. It is a soft cover journal with one signature. It is tied with this brown, sort of like it's a medium weight cord. On the outside there are some pretty charms. There are a couple of beads. One is ceramic with this pretty design going around the edge, and the other one appears to be, it looks like glass, but it also looks like wood. It's very interesting, and it's got this little metallic design on it. I wonder if you can see that. There's also this really pretty, I don't know, it looks like mother of pearl, because definitely it's a bead because it has the hole at the top, and I just tied that on. And then we've got this old key. I think that's really pretty. On the front we have the word explore. That's definitely what you can do in a journal. There's an old rusty safety pin here, the beautiful rose on the front. There are a lot of layers of fabric on the outside. You can see this sheer fabric with the stars on it, and then there's lace underneath that. There's my birdsong stamp on the back. This is sort of a shabby, primitive journal. In the front, I've got this little booklet of paper, a place for you to write, and that's just a few pages that are bound with some white string. So you can see that. There's some fabric across here with the bees on it. Bees love to explore, as we know. Bees are quite amazing. There's just a variety of beautiful paper in here. I've done a little bit of staining. Now this page, that's interesting. That looks like it's just a crease in the paper. This is some old bond paper. It's 25% cotton fiber. So it's pretty interesting. And then this is the front, the inside page of a book, the New Practical Reference Library, and we see the words nature study, physiology, botany, zoology, test questions, language, and on and on. And then again, just a variety of pretty papers. I did do a little bit of distressing on some of the pages. There are some beautiful old images here. I love these old world paintings and just the display of how they lived. It's quite amazing. Let's see. And there's the other side of that. Love that very much. There's a dictionary page, and this is one of the papers from my jelly printing. There's a little tag that says explore. I put a grommet in that and just some old string. I think I put that in an art journal, and I practiced the word before I wrote it in the journal. A little bit of stamping in here, and a lot of space for writing. Let's see, I think that's actually 2 pages. Some of the paper is heavy, some is lighter weight. You can see there's a tab with the bee fabric and some very clear paper. I put some stamps there, an old book page, and that's one of the papers that I dyed back in the spring when the irises were so wet and the purple dye was just dripping off of the blossoms. And a little bit of distressing there. There's another piece of the bee fabric. And that's really pretty paper. There's another page from the jelly printing. And then there's a stamp. I know something that I meant to do. I love masking tape. I did notice that there was a tiny tear in this paper. So I'm going to put that right on the edge of the page. There we go. Just adds to the patina, so to speak. Stamping there, and just again beautiful old images. There's an old card. Play Day, Austin School, Spring Hill, May 13th, 1965. And a little heart there, a little bit of staining. There's a part of a paper. I think that was from some artist paper from Stampington. And there's some rusty paper clips in here. There's the center, more stamping. And then there's Rembrandt. That's the other side of this book page. I like to tape them together so that they can be upright. And there's some more stamping and just more beautiful paper. There's a postage stamp with a little ink mark over that. So a lot of space to work. Another stamp there. I think it's really pretty. I just love this, the natural looking colors, and there's another ink stamp. Another postage stamp. And then, let's see, I don't remember. That shouldn't be on that page, I don't think. There are 2 pages from the back of the book that I took that out of. And then there is, that I think that is also artist paper from Stampington. We'll put this clip on this just in case you want to use it for something. And I love that raven. And then this is just a little heart that I distressed. You might remember these. I think I put some of these in the last fun pack. And I dropped black alcohol ink on the front of one of mine and then really stained up the back with black alcohol ink and the Rusty Hinge Distress ink. There's a pocket here, and that's it. This journal is currently in the shop, and I love, you can tie it on this side. These are just some fabric strips from the material that's got the white stars on it. This stuff out on the outside. You can cross them over and then tie it loosely out here. That's pretty, and you know, that hangs on the outside if it's sitting on a shelf. This fabric, oh, I love this fabric, it's beautiful. But when you tie it, you'll notice that it doesn't pull, like, it's not so smooth rubbing against each other because the pieces, because of that weave, and also this area where the stars are painted on. So, I mean, it works fine. Just be aware of that. It's definitely not like a vintage satin or velvet ribbon, but sort of shabby and grungy and primitive. And that's in the shop. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back really soon. Bye for now.